The issue here is the legitimacy in this government, right? If there's a roadmap and a time frame, then certainly we can create an all-party or majority party government. Not only he doesn't have 6.9 million people behind him, I don't think he has 0.9 million behind him. I don't think the appointment of the Prime Minister was ethically or morally correct. It goes against parliamentary tradition. Our position has always been based on what the ground reality is. And the ground reality is that after having brought this country to its knees, created this abysmal situation, misery for millions of people, and even now, deaths reported, houses set on blaze. We wanted to make sure that we are actually representing the people's voice. So it is in that context, certain conditions were put forward. The resignation letter of Prime Minister Rajapaksas, Mahinda Rajapaksa, very clearly stated that he is doing so to establish all-party or a majority party in parliament government. And that has been the view of academics, of civil society, of trade unions, of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka. So the objective was to form, ideally, an all-party government, if not at least a majority of parties represented in parliament.
No, but in that case, you were offered the position of, you have been offered the position of finance minister, but you've turned it down. So then you're basically going against the spirit of the all-party or a unity government.
Not true, because I can leave my party and become a minister in this new cabinet. But that doesn't make it an all-party government. It doesn't bring in our party. You see, I mean, me as an individual is not what is, the point here. It is me as a representative of our party. All party means all parties. We also met the Indian High Commissioner, the Chinese ambassador, the US ambassador, the British High Commissioner, all of them, right? I personally have had discussions with all these people, right? So it is not that, only Mr. Wickremesinghe has done that. We have done that also. The issue here is not that. The issue here is the legitimacy in this government, right? And if Mr. Wickremesinghe is going to establish a government with the President Rajapaksas party, members of his party, whether they are independent or not is not relevant. It is because they are from one party, right? And he being the Prime Minister, and appoint a bunch of those guys and a couple of maybe, folks from our party or some other party who've left their own political parties and joined him as independent or as members of his party. That is not the spirit. The spirit here is to bring everybody together. What we are saying is, give us a roadmap, give us a time frame. Right? If there's a roadmap and a time frame, then certainly we can create an all-party or majority party government.
You said you met the president last week. What is the mood? Do you think he's going to go?
Well, he told us that, look, I got 6.9 million people voting for me, and we are in a bit of a rough patch. But once we get over this, I have, 2.5 more years to go. But then that whole dynamic has changed over the last so many months. Not only he doesn't have 6.9 million people behind him, I don't think he has 0.9 million behind him, to be honest with you. Honestly, I don't think he understands the real sentiment of the people, because he was telling us what he thought of Go Home was a system change, and that system change he thought didn't involve him. It involved administrative structures, way of doing things in government ministries and institutions and things like that. That is no longer the case, right? The true situation is people want him to go.
He doesn't understand that go home means Gotabaya Rajapaksas, please step down and go home.
From the discussion I had with him for 2 hours and 15 minutes, I didn't think he understood that fact.